One bit of artistic maturity I've learned, I think, if it's one of the most important things, is when to leave a thing alone. And it's something there's a lot of men who are compulsive fiddler-diddlers. They're fire fiddlers. They won't leave the fire alone. And sometimes you just got to leave it to get on its own course. So I've left this. I've really taken this extremes on this one. I've got a basic drum beat, nothing special, no great shakes, just a basic trip hop beat. I've put a piano down and for once got it right. Actually, I'm quite happy with the whole piano piece, which I played in one. Then I wrote the lyrics. Now that took me a good morning to write these. It's come out like a poem. It's come out not like a song, more like a poem. Do the stars still stud the sky as the August night slips by, like a thief who stole the summer when the weather went awry? By the banks beside the river were there tamarisks in May, in the what? In the cinders of the railway track, as they flowered in my day, on the swings of evening playgrounds where the girls smoked cigarettes. Can you beg the southern breezes not to carry my regrets? If they sound a little bit melodramatic, it is a song. It will work with a song. And like some songs, people will read their own things into it. But basically it's maybe a guy coming back, a ghost coming back to visit his old haunts in the small town where he came from, to say, does this still happen? Does that still happen? And yes, I stole the idea from A.E. Houseman. The basic precept it goes on, but I've given it a Martignol spin on it. Do the Sunday morning ladies in the jingle of the rain ride their horses through the hollow ways in the leaves of Lover's Lane? And the starling murmurations with the ballet that they do they shadow box the twilight till it turns to midnight blue? Where the boss stops by the graveyard, do the conkers clatter down? That's Buckeyes in America, the Buckeyes, conkers. After passing of September, when the lights go on in town. And I put that down, and I've left it, as I've said, to leave the song alone for a bit. I'll live with it, I'll let it cook, I'll let it cool down, you know, I'll let it get those flavours in, and then I might come back to it. But because it is so strong and so simple, I've taken a mix of that. Now come back with me into here, and I mean, the world's me lobster really. The sky's the limit, to use a man of property. You can't.
Your oyster is your oyster.
I could put anything on this. I could put strings on it. The temptation is to get a couple of cellos on it or something, but it may not work. It could be that a simple cheap Hammond organ from my old DX27 will work. We don't know, and that's the work of it. Deciding what you put it down, living with it and thinking, nah, I love it, but it doesn't work. Oh, this, I retuned a guitar. It works for some reason. A musician could probably tell me why it works in this key, but it does. It's a blues tuning, Keith Richards style blues tuning on the 4th fret, and it works with a piano in the key of F. Don't ask me why. Here it comes. I'll take the vocal out, just leave the piano up, and it does kind of work. Doesn't that sound sweet? But do we want it in there? There's such a thing as being too musicianly. I'm a bit of an inverted snob about that. Am I sounding a bit too bearded, I always ask myself? Are we showing off a bit too much? I'm supposed to be the god of lo-fi. I'm supposed to blunder through things. Can I help it if I've picked up some musicianship on the way? No, but for the good of the listener and my listener, I want it to sound as good as it possibly can. So if it means just leaving a basic artificial beat, a badly played piano, and my slightly faulty late middle-aged voice on it, but it does kind of work. The sky as the August night slips by, like a thief who stole the summer when the weather went awry. By the banks,
but it does sound like a poem.
Were there tamarisks in the cinders of the railway track as they flowered in my day? On the swings of evening playgrounds where the girls smoke cigarettes,
Can you beg the southern breeze it?
I just know that is going to be a good song. I know it. You get maybe 3 or 4 of them a year if you're working all the time. That's strong. That is something I could probably send to someone in, well, some enlightened person in Nashville, at least have them listen to it, because it would work with a good country singer's voice. And that's about it, really. I don't know, but it's wonderful experimenting. That's what I love about being a songwriter.